everybody, welcome to my channel. So, if you've been keeping up with ZZZ news, or saw my two videos that came out just a bit ago, you know that we got the drip marketing for the 2.1 characters, Yuzaha and Alice, who are both physical characters, Alice being Anomaly. Interesting enough, another Anomaly so soon after Vivian. And then and Yuzaha, who is going to be our first physical support limited character. I don't know why these icons that I pull through and have question marks on the rolls, but how did this, whoever made these icons, how did they know they were physical but not know the rolls? I don't know, but just know that Alice is Anomaly and Yuzaha here is support, so that's what's important. So kind of what I'm doing here today is that explaining how this is pretty freaking awesome. This is exciting. I don't even know where to start. This is about to blow up my roster in the best possible way that, fun enough, hasn't happened since Vivian, which again, not that long ago, but this is what we have to work with. Here, let me explain a little bit, because before Vivian, I was collecting all the anomalies, and after Jane came out, I became anomaly pilled. No questions asked. Did not pass go. Did not collect any attack or stun characters, which I never did. Once I got Jane, I never looked back. I think before then I had collected Ellen and Chingy, and then realized the error of my ways once I found out Anomaly was a thing. I mean, hey, you live and learn. Not error of my ways. I mean, so obviously they're fine characters, but once I knew about Anomaly, I couldn't go back. Anyway, what I have on the screen right now is that these team comps, you know, we have the pre-config option for our teams. These are basically my go-to teams, the ones I have pre-configured. They're all Anomaly except for the Ishwan, Pan, and Caesar team, which is kind of the contemporary team now, or contemporary team we have right now, given the latest patch, right? But after Vivian came out, it allowed me to have two distinct teams for each one of my main Anomaly characters. So with my Jane team, my main team used to be like Jane, Bernice, Caesar, Jane, Bernice, Lucy. But once I had Vivian, I could convert to Jane, Vivian, Astra. And basically the second teams here, the Omega teams, are all Vivian, Astra plus the Anomaly character. Like that's kind of how they're set up here. That's why it allowed me to open up. It allowed me to open up my team comps to really spread out my Anomaly teams and have way more optimized anomalies than I had before. You could just argue that they're as optimized as possible. Electric is the one that's always kind of in flux, because I didn't have a good, other than pairing Yanagi with Miyabi, I didn't have another great team to pair with Yanagi. I just pulled Grace this patch with the selector. Currently building her up. I spent all my resources on Pan and Yishuan. So I'm currently working on Jane to get her up to par. Which at this point could be a fool's errand, because now that we're getting another Anomaly character and a support for that character, it's going to change a lot of things up for me, and I'll show that here in the next slide in a little bit. In fact, maybe I should, because I think I explained everything. These are my teams. They all kind of self-explanatory. This was the outlier because this is the team I want to turn into, like, I want a Crypt Piper build one day. I have my resources going to other things right now. I don't want to spend on discs for Piper when I should be spending on like every other Anomaly unit I have. But my assumption is that these two are obviously going to work together. One's a physical support, one's a physical Anomaly. They're made for each other. So that should mean that I should be able to insert, just like with Vivian, insert a second Anomaly character into this mix and have a full team. And that's basically, with these two, another full team that I can make out of each one of my individual Anomaly characters, and Piper as well. If I wanted Yishuan in there too, why not, right? But that's what I'm looking at, right? So this is how it's going to change things for me. I made a speculative slide here. This basically means that I'm going to, on both sides of my config table, one side is going to be basically, hey, all my Alice Yuzaha teams with the Anomaly character to fill in the team for when they're needed. Plus my already pre-existing Vivian teams. And my Yishuan team, because she's basically a void hunter, so she's going to be important for a long ass time. So just with the introduction of Alice and Yuzuna, my effective team configs have like blown up, doubled, tripled. No, not even. I add another 5 teams, and it could be more because I didn't make a Piper team here. Obviously, my S rank limited anomalies are the ones taking helm and coloring each team. Jane, Bernice, Miyabi, Yanagi, and Vivian. And again, I still have my Vivian teams because Vivian knows how to pair well knows how to play nice with other anomalies really well. So the Astro Vivian pairing of those works like a charm. Basically, what that leaves me is that even though I can't currently configure more than 10 teams in the pre-config, if I could just come up with one more team for each of these setups, I would be golden. As far as like even like Deadly Assault, I'll be ready for anything in Deadly Assault, basically. Just throw all these different team configs at them. So that's the most important thing. And obviously I'm gonna have to bench all these folks, and that's why I said poor Grace. There isn't a space for Grace here anymore, unless like I'm finding like a mono electric team, right? And then Rena and Seth, maybe at least Rena could step in and help with that kind of situation. But and then Nicole, Pultra, Lucy won't be seeing as much action in these setups, right? Sakaku I was already kind of weaning off anyway, just because I'm not good with Sakaku. Like I just can't keep up properly with the way she moves and make it work a well-oiled machine. I don't know what it is. I just haven't learned how to do that quite well enough. But obviously these characters will be around, and these are all leveled up. So in case I need to, if some unforeseen thing comes my way, I'll be able to take them off the bench and put them into an active team. Speaking of which, I kind of wanted to go through the exercise of filling out a third column of backups. I don't even know what to call them. I'm going to call them my Phoenix teams. My Alpha teams, my Omega teams, and my Phoenix teams. That sounds cool. I like that. I made myself happy. Let's look this up a little bit. Feel right. I'm about to sneeze. I guess I didn't sneeze. All right. Well, that was a waste of time. Just trying to sneeze while I'm recording. Thanks, body. You're really helpful sometimes. Anyway, let's go through these a little bit. So, the easiest third alternate team was between Miyabi and Yanagi. So yeah, that's pretty easy. I guess it could also be Nicole in there, depending on what's going on. It could be Sakaku if I was better with Sakaku. Really, it's between Caesar and Nicole, which one is better. And I think once I get Caesar's engine, she'll start moving beyond what Nicole can do as a support role. Okay, now I need a team that can cover with Vivian well. And I can't see what's available to me. I suppose it can be a Yishuan team. That should work pretty well, actually. The Yishuan team should work well with Vivian. They should synergize, which is good. And then obviously Pan will be in there. In fact, I need to move Vivian back here because Pan's probably going to go here because of his quick assist ability. So that's a third alternate team. Guess for here, what's left? We have Pulchra, Lucy. Oh, actually, that makes sense. third team that can go here could be Piper, Grace, Rena. They would be a strong other team that can put up against things if worst comes to worst. So you're off the bench, girls. Good, congratulations. Now I need a Bernice team. I think that one is too hard to figure out. Bernice. I didn't use Caesar once here that I think that's Caesar. And Lucy, you're off the bench. Congratulations. Carefully. Okay, so that just leaves the Jane team. Which could be Jane. Let's see, who haven't I used here yet? Oh, I can just use Bernice and Caesar. Those aren't people I've used yet. Okay, I think that works. Yeah, because I'll always have a Jane team. One of these will work. If that doesn't work, I basically can choose one from here, one from here, and one from here, I think, if I did everything right. Let's test it. I choose everything from here. So I choose this team and this team. How do you... This team? Yeah, that would work because I'm not using Yanagi or Caesar in any of those two other comps. I can use Pan, but not Vivian. And I could use Piper, Grace, and Rena. So I put in the suggestion box that I hope that ZZ devs make another column and expand how many pre-config teams you have, because then if they did, I could set this up real nice. But yeah, that's just the power of what these two bring to the table, right? Is that I believe that they're going to synergize with each other, and because that's an Anomaly, it makes sense that adding a second Anomaly character to that team would make a great disorder team. So because that's except for Yishuan's teams, these all basically amount to disorder teams. And now I have enough characters with enough flexibility that I can create enough teams to cover all my bases for any Shiyu defense or any deadly assault fights I run across. With about a handful of backups in case something unplanned happens. So this is all to say that I am super excited for the 2.1 teams, because it's going to give me a whole new Anomaly tool set to use moving forward. It's going to blow it up. I keep saying that, but that's like the best word that comes to mind. My pre-configs are going to be something like never seen before so far. They're going to be great, and it's going to be beautiful. So I'm excited for 2.1. Is it 5 weeks away? Yeah, it's 5 weeks away. But it's okay. I'm not complaining about not enough there to do. I still have to do a lot of stuff in the game to finish off things and be ready for 2.1. God, I need to save so much polygon. Because at this point, I'm praying that not both Miyabi and Yanagi come in the next patch. Because if they do, there's no way I'm going to have enough pulls for their mindscapes and the minimal stuff I need from Spook Shack. So, yeah. Cross your fingers, y'all. Let's hope it doesn't get too wild. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitch, Baron5x, and TikTok, B5x_ZZZ. I am, and there is Baron5x, but I had to start changing the videos since family sees my TikToks, and they probably should see stuff that doesn't include gooning over video games. So yeah, we'll change things up. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.